So, I have this really, I just want to punch something right now. Um, I went into the police station this afternoon to produce my license, which obviously wasn't good enough. Anyway, because it wasn't good enough, I got given a caution. I'm like, what does a caution mean? Anyway, I kept on asking her because the way she was explaining it didn't make any sense to me. I wasn't trying to be smart or whatever, but I just didn't understand what a caution meant. I thought maybe it meant points off my license because I wasn't able to produce my paper license as well as the other one. And I told her I'm going back to Australia, so I don't know what I can do to help the situation. Anyway, the third time I asked her, what does a caution mean? This is what she said. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you do say can and will be held against you. Anyway, I didn't realise what she was saying, and I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I didn't know what I was meant to say to that. So I walked out. Anyway, my boss was telling me that if I said, like, something to her after that, like, oh yeah, whatever, and swore at her, she could have handcuffed me right then and there because I said, yes, I agree that whatever I say can be held against me. Anyway, this is all for the sake of... Okay, I need to go back on the story because you're not going to understand why I even went into the police station. I'm not normally in trouble with the law, but I had to go to Reading on Saturday night to pick up my friend because she was coming to stay for the night. Anyway, as we were driving home, all of a sudden we were going up the road like this, and an old 85-year-old granny pulled out on us. She pretty much drove into the middle of my road. Now, she was going that slow that it kind of looked like she was considering on reversing her car, or she was going to slowly drive over, which I knew she wasn't going to make it. Anyway, so in that split second, I had to decide what the hell I was going to do. I was going 60 miles an hour, which is the speed limit, and I wasn't drinking, for all of you who were wondering. But, anyway, so I'm going 100 kilometers, 60 miles, which isn't that fast, but still, it's not enough time to kind of, oh, I'll just swerve right now, or brake in time. Anyway, I swerved to the right, which was her lane of the road, and pretty much went off onto the side of the road and into the bushes. Anyway, we got out, and it was kind of trippy because as soon as we got out of our car, I checked that my friend Alison was alright because she got hit on her side. Anyway, got out, and there was a policeman on the road sweeping up the road and reversing their car off of the road to get it out of the way. And like, this is really weird. Anyway, they said they were just cleaning up from another accident like 100 meters down the road. And I was quite irritated because nobody came to see if we were alive in the car. I know we weren't screaming help, help or anything, but it wasn't like the movies. It's like not like anybody came to see if we were alright. And they were still in their car, so we checked with them to see if they were alright because we're nice. Anyway, later when we were being questioned by the police, they were like kind of just sitting there, standing there, and they're like, oh, you're the other people from the other car. Not even wanting to say, are you alright, or I'm sorry, we caused this accident. Because they weren't obviously wanting to admit it for insurance purposes. But, and then she said, oh, I thought you were gonna go, I thought you were behind me or something. And I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And she's like, oh, I pulled out and all of a sudden you were going so fast and I thought you were going to swerve the other way. I'm like, look, listen here. Like, I swerved to the right. I had a split second decision. If I swerved to the left, I would have probably hit you anyway and probably rolled the car off the edge and injured ourselves. Or if I went straight on, I would have pretty much T-boned you right into you where you were sitting and killed you both. And after that, she kind of shut up because my driving actually did, I don't know, help them get out of this accident unharmed. And the police even told us, like, he looked at the skid marks and all that and said I wasn't in the wrong at all. And we did a breatho and we were both fine. But yeah, anyway, it was really nice because on Saturday this cop called me to see how my back or whatever was. I was fine. I didn't even, like, he was wanting to call an ambulance, but I didn't have any problems. So he called to check on me the next day. And my boss, Stuart, said that he also called him and told him that my driving actually saved these two people's lives, and they were unsure of the speed that I was travelling at, but at the moment they're just thankful that there was nobody killed or injured. I really felt horrible. Like, I had to call my bosses to try and get picked up, but they weren't answering, so I had to leave a message on each of their voicemails. And the tow truck man ended up taking us back to like my town, and pretty much parked out the front of the pub and did the whole flashing lights thing and tooting the horn so everybody inside would look at the trash car at the back. But yeah, anyway, they called me and they were quite funny about it because they just bought me a digital camera for my early Christmas present. And Stuart's like, oh, did you get any photos? And just saying, like, because I'm going to Australia in a week and a half. And he's like, oh, well, on the phone, he passed the message on to Natalie to tell me that I've got 2 weeks notice and then I'm fired. Which, they're not going to fire me. But, yeah, it was just funny. And then on Sunday, I had to go back to the station and we went to Henley for coffee, me and my friend, and I needed a car to drive and they were going to a party, so they gave me the Porsche. How much does my boss trust and love me? So I was kind of freaked out to drive the Porsche because every car that kind of pulled out, I was freaking out that it was some old person who can't see properly, and was worried that I was going to get a scratch on it, even though to them it wouldn't matter because it's just a material thing and they care about me or whatever. But yeah, it was just kind of a nice gesture to show that they trust me. But yeah, it was just, I've never been in a crash and it kind of freaked me out a little bit, but I'm fine. Just rather annoyed about the whole caution incident today because I couldn't produce my paper license, which apparently was stuck to my license when I got it in this country. And because I didn't know what she was talking about or couldn't understand her, she cautioned me and told me what to remain silent. And I'm like, me? Silent? No. It just, yeah, I'm just really ticked off. And now that Stuart explained to me what a caution is and that she could have handcuffed me or whatever, it just... I'm just really angry and I want to punch somebody. But anyway, I'm just letting you all know that I'm alive and I will be back home in a week and a half. Well, not home, but I'm going to New Zealand for 2 weeks and then I'll be home in Australia on the 9th of December. So I'm pretty excited about that. But I'm just hoping that tomorrow I can try and sort out this whole license thing and I don't have to go to court because Stuart said because I haven't provided or proved that I have a paper license, that I might have to appear in court, which wouldn't kind of be fun. But anyway, just thought I'd let you know, and yeah, man, English, please have attitudes.